Hi guys, and welcome back to another class. Today we're going to be doing some stretch and mobility. It's going to be a really good class, taking it down a notch. And we're going to get started on our mat in a 4-point kneeling position, hands under shoulders, knees under hips. I want you to connect to that core, bring that corset in, belly button to spine. We're going to start with some cat-cows. So we're going to inhale, look up, extending the spine. Exhale, take your gaze towards your navel, rounding your back, pressing up out of your shoulders, shoulder blades slide away. Inhale to look up, lengthening the spine, shoulder blades come together. We're just going to do a few more here, mobilizing the spine. So just follow your breath. Inhale to extend, exhale to flex your spine, gaze towards your navel. This should feel so good in your spine after all that work that we've done in all our classes. So we're just going to come to neutral spine now. I want you to take your hands towards the right side of the mat now. And we're going to feel opening on our left side. So we're just going to do some cat-cows here. So we're going to inhale, look up, lengthening the spine. Exhale, rounding the spine. So we're going to do a few here, just feeling the opening on the left side. Feeling that nice lateral flexion in the spine. Let's do another 3. Last 2, follow your breath. Last 1. Looking up and lengthening. Come to neutral spine and we're just going to shift back and shift forward. Just mobilizing the shoulder joints. Waking up our body for today's class. Getting some energy. Okay, we're going to take our hands now to the left-hand side. And we're going to do this on the left-hand side so you can feel your opening on your right-hand side. Inhale to look up, lengthening the spine. Exhale, take your gaze towards your navel. Just do a couple here. Really getting into the right side of the body. Flexing your spine nicely, bringing those abs in as you take your gaze towards your navel. Okay, let's do 2. And we're going to do 1 more. Looking up, lengthening, come to neutral spine, and we're going to shift back and shift forward. Really feel that length in the right-hand side of your body. Okay, perfect. I want you to come back to the middle of your mat now. We're going to take our right hand, put it behind our head. We're going to bring our elbow towards our left arm. And then we're going to lift up our elbow, opening up the chest, looking up towards the ceiling. Feeling a nice twist in the spine. Exhale, take your elbow down to your other arm. Inhale to lift up, opening the chest. Let's just do a couple more here. Really feeling a good rotation in the spine. Looking up and lengthening up. Okay, take your hand down towards the mat. We're going to take our left hand behind our head, bring your elbow down, and then lift back up. Looking up. Oh, I felt a nice click in my hip. This should feel really good on the spine. Inhale to open. Exhale to close. Let's do 1 more. Lifting up, opening the chest, and then lowering back down. Okay, perfect. Just shift back and shift forward. Mobilizing the joints. We're going to lift up to a pike now. Push your chest through your arms. Feeling a nice lengthening and opening. Lengthening in the back of the legs. Just pedal out your heels. Feeling a stretch in the hamstring. Okay, we're going to extend our right leg to the ceiling. Bend that knee. We're going to take some circles here. So we're just circling the knee around. Mobilizing that hip joint, core engaged. We're going to take it in the opposite direction. Nice big circles with the knee, really getting into that hip joint. Okay, let's do 1 more. Perfect. We're going to take that knee, bring it through between our hands, and then lower down to a pigeon pose. Making sure that your hips are square here and level towards the mat. We're just going to lower down onto our forearms. Take a nice big inhale here, enjoying the stretch. It's such a good glute stretch. Just enjoy it, opening up the glute muscles. Okay, we're going to lift back up to a pike now. Push your chest through, lifting up the left leg towards the ceiling, bending it. We're going to take some circles with our knee, opening up the left hip this time, core engaged. Okay, let's take it in the opposite direction. Let's do 3, 2, 1. Bring that knee through between your hands, lower down into your pigeon, making sure your hips are square towards the mat, level, lower down onto your forearms. Just enjoy the stretch for the moment. Take a nice big deep breath and let it all go. Okay, lifting back up, pressing back up to your pike, and then lowering down to your knees and down to a shallow stretch, just stretching out the shoulders here. Walk your fingertips away. Going to roll up vertebra by vertebra to seated. Okay, we're going to come down now to seated in the middle of our mat. So make sure you have some space behind you. You're going to flex your feet and make sure there's length coming from your legs, and we're just going to grab our toes here, feeling a nice stretch in the back of our legs, in our hamstrings, in our calf muscles. Okay, perfect. Just enjoy the stretch for the moment. Okay, so lift up your arms so that they're parallel with the mat, and we're just going to come into a half roll back now. So we're going to roll away from our thighs, tucking the pelvis under, coming into your half roll back. Inhale to lift up. Give me 3 pulses at the top, getting into those hamstrings, and then we roll halfway back down and then lift back up. 3 pulses. So just doing a couple here, working up the abs, getting into the abs, still feeling a stretch in the hamstrings. Little exhales as you give me your pulses forward. You're doing so well. Tucking the pelvis under. Okay, let's do another 2. Last one. Okay, now we're going to roll all the way down onto our back. Bring your hands down to the mat. We're going to walk our feet in towards our glutes, and we're going to start with our bridges. So we're going to peel up through the spine, lifting our hips up towards the ceiling, coming into our bridge position. And then we're going to lower back down, rolling through the spine, back to a neutral position. So inhale as you lift up, rolling through the spine. Exhale as you lower back down. I want you to maintain that rib to hip connection as you lift up, slowly peeling up, working up the glutes. The weight is in your heels. Okay, let's do another 2 more here. Last one. Lower back down. So now I want you to make sure that you come onto your toes. Now we're going to lift up into our bridge. Hold your hips here. So lifting your hips up high. And we're just going to bring that right leg in and extend it. Lower it down. And then we're going to switch to the left side. Lifting up, extending, using the quad muscles to extend that leg. Core is engaged, belly button is to spine. So inhale as you lift and extend that leg. Exhale as you lower. Okay. Let's do another 4. Really holding onto those hips, making sure they're elevated, that you're not rocking in the hips. You're keeping them stable. Last one. Okay, we're going to lift that right leg now to the ceiling. We're going to flex and lower, point and lift. Let's do another 2. Last one. Lower that right leg back down. We're going to lift the left leg to the ceiling, flex and lower, point and lift. Getting into that ankle mobility, which is so important. Okay, let's do it on the other side again. flex, lower, point, lift. So exhale as you flex and lower, inhale as you point and lift. And then exhale, lower that leg back down. Let's do one more. Flexing and lowering, pointing and lifting, keeping those hips stable. Okay, lower that left leg back down, and then lower back down onto your mat. Hug your knees in towards your chest. Well done. That was a bit of a challenging one. Okay, we're going to rock up to seated. Now we're going to come into a high bridge. So I want you to take your hands behind you. Your fingertips can be facing in towards you or out to the side, whatever feels more comfortable for you and your wrists. Bring your feet in, and we're just going to lift up to tabletop, making sure that we are lifting up to a flat table. So exhale as you lift up. Inhale as you lower back down. Getting into those glutes. The shoulders are working, the arms are working. Okay. For our next one, I want you to put your weight in your left hand. We're going to release the right hand, lifting up and over, feeling a stretch in our side waist, in the front of our body, lowering back down. Now we're going to do that on the other side, so putting the weight in your right hand, lifting up and over, feeling a stretch in the left side of the body. Let's do another two, lifting up and over. Last one, lift those hips up and then lowering back down. Okay, well done. We're gonna bring our legs to tabletop now. So we're gonna make sure that we are balancing on the back of our sit bones. So just hold your legs in here. Just find that balance, that core connection. And then we're just going to lift that right leg, extending it, and then lift the left leg, extending it. So we're using the quad to extend that leg, really creating that length through the leg. The beautiful Pilates, strong, lean legs. Let's do another two. Last one. Okay, perfect. We're going to come into rolling like a ball now. So I want you to make sure that you have space behind you. You're going to hold your shins, bring your feet in, your chin is tucked, and your back is rounded. And we're just going to roll back and then roll up, balancing on the back of our sit bones. If this is too much for you, I want you to come into your half roll back. So bend your legs. Your arms are parallel towards the mat, and then you come into your half roll back and then lift up and lengthen. But otherwise, join me in rolling like a ball. We're just going to do a few. So exhale, roll back. Inhale to lift and balance. Making sure that you are rolling straight, so you're not rolling all over the mat. Keeping that core connection. Okay. Let's do another two. Last one. Lifting up, balancing. Bring those feet together, knees apart. Just fold over your legs, feeling a nice stretch in the hips. You did so well. Okay. We're going to come now to lying on our side, bending those legs in a 90-degree angle. Extend those arms out in front of you. Lower that head down. We're just going to open that top hand, lifting up and over, looking towards that hand, feeling a nice rotation in the spine. The hips are square towards the mat, and then we're just going to close that hand again. So inhale, open. Exhale, close. Let's do another two. Last one, open. Beautiful stretch. Close again. Okay, take that top leg, extend it, pointing through that foot, creating that length. Take that top hip down a bit so you have a space between your waist and the mat, and we're just going to circle that leg. Circling it forward, getting into that hip mobility. Okay, let's change the direction. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it in. And then we're going to lift back up, and we're going to do that on the other side. So making sure that your legs are in a 90-degree angle, extending those arms out in front of you. We're going to open, twisting the spine, looking towards our hand, and then close again. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Let's do another 2, feeling a nice rotation in the spine. Last one. Okay, bring your hands in. Okay, we're going to extend that top leg. So I want you to make sure that you are pushing that top hip away so that you have an opening here. And we're going to circle forward. Let's go for 3, 2, 1. Core is connected. Change the direction. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it in. Lift up. We're going to come to a beautiful shell stretch now. Stretching out the hands away from the body. Shifting forward, lowering the hips down, coming into a nice extension of the spine. Pushing back to your shell stretch. So we're just flowing here, creating some beautiful flowy movements to end our class. Exhale to press back, inhale to shift forward. Let's do another 2. Last one. Push back to your shell stretch. You're going to roll up vertebra by vertebra to seated. Take that right arm up and over, feeling a nice opening in the right side. And then left hand up and over, feeling a nice opening in the left hand side. And then come back to center. And that's it for today's class, guys. I hope you have enjoyed this stretch and mobility and feeling nice and energized and everything ready for tomorrow's class. I'll see you all there. Bye, guys.